Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show, and we're going to try to finish up the review of this emergency radio. The model is HY-018WB. You can get these off of Amazon. We've done a bunch of testing, and we've got a few more tests to do. We're going to try to do them right now. First, we attempted the solar charging test, where we completely discharged the internal battery and then we charge using this little solar panel right here. The first attempt I did, which is one I've done in the past, but at a different time of the year, is putting the radio in on a windowsill and get it indirect sunlight. Well, it's still winter right now, so the sun is pretty low on the horizon. So even though I left the radio and the charging light was on for 6 hours, it did not charge at all, and not enough to even turn the radio on. So that was a failure. So yesterday I took it outside so that it could get direct sunlight. And there's something convenient that I didn't think about originally, is the solar panel right here, and this is where the reading light is, and you can flip this up and the light comes on, but you can position where the solar panel is pointing. So that's kind of neat. So let's put that down. So I took it outside yesterday, put it in direct sunlight for 6 hours. I covered up most of the radio so that it didn't get the sun rays directly on the case here. Don't like to do that. So I got 6 hours of charge. Then and it was totally dead in the start. Then after 6 hours of charging, I got about 3 minutes of light and radio playing. The light was very dim, the radio was playing fine, but it only lasted 3 minutes. That's kind of short for 6 hours of charging. I'm not gonna give it a good. I'm gonna give it a D. That's a D. In other radios similar to this one, I've gotten about 10 to 15 minutes. 3 minutes, and it was actually less than 3 minutes. I'm gonna give it a D. Okay, so much for that. Now, what's left? Everything external charging, meaning using the radio to charge an external device such as a cell phone. This is an old cell phone of mine. And what you do is you hook it up to the port on the side here. And I have a special cable which has a meter on it, so it can tell me what it's output. So I plug this in, and you can supposedly use that external power from the built-in internal battery if it's charged, the crank, or the AAA batteries. Now let's see if the meter came on. The meter came on. Okay, and it's going to flicker because of my camera, but it's reading 5.02 volts, and it's not drawing any current now because I don't have a load on it. So it's putting out 5 volts. Now, let's turn this on, and it says battery low. I've let this thing discharged. And so now I'm going to try to plug in, and let's see, I am getting a battery charge indication. You can't see it. It's a tiny little symbol up there at the top. You got reflection, everything, but it is showing the battery is being charged. So I'm going to turn the cell phone off, so it's not, because it's using power to show this display. I'm going to turn it off and let it charge. Now, what I had to do, and it's not, I guess I'll have to do another test because I did not fully charge this battery, internal battery, with the USB port. So it's only partially charged. But my point here is it is charging the cell phone. We'll leave it on while I talk, and then we'll turn it back on and see if that error message that the battery is low, needs to be charged, is gone. So it's charging now. Now, I did attempt to charge the cell phone. No, I didn't even get that far. I attempted to see if I'm getting an output. Let me see what the charge rate is. 0.67 amps, so that's a pretty good charge rate. Okay, I did, with a dead battery, dead internal battery, try to use the crank to see if I got an output here on my indicator. Well, this little meter here requires power. Not much, but it requires power. With that configuration, I couldn't even get enough power out of that crank and or internal battery to even turn the display on. So that would not work, and naturally that's not going to charge anything. So if you don't have at least some minimum charge on the battery, the crank's not going to work. It's because of that, it would be difficult to determine if you could charge a cell phone with a dead internal battery. I'm guessing you can't, because I couldn't even get enough power to turn on my meter. What you could do, theoretically, is you could disconnect everything. You could use the crank to charge that internal battery, like maybe my 5-minute test, and then see if it will charge your cell phone at all. I might do that test, I might not. So anyway, it is charging now with the internal battery partially charged. The other option, which I'm not going to try, is you can put some AAA batteries in, and that can be used as a power source for charging your cell phone or whatever. Basically, it's taking the voltage from the batteries and converting it to a USB port output. Okay. So let's see what we're doing here. We're still charging at 0.67 amps, and we're at 4.99 volts. Let's just turn on the cell phone and see. Yeah, it's now got enough charge that the error message is gone. I don't have a program on here that will tell me more accurately what the charge on the battery is. But it is now, and I know you can't see it, it's now in the green. So it is charging, and it works. Does it work? Apparently trying to charge using the crank with a dead internal battery. I guess that's because the internal battery is sucking all the power from the dyno. So first you will have to charge an internal battery before you can charge an external device. Okay, I think that's it. So anyway, external charging, maybe I'm being generous, but I'm going to give it a B. It is working right now in this condition. I think that's it. So let's get this over here out of the way. I think we've done all the tests that I plan on doing, unless you have some tests you want me to do. Let's summarize what we've got here. A, C, B on power, standard power. A on internal. Crank test got a B. That was mainly because the holding the radio to do the crank wasn't the best. So we're charging D. That's going to knock it down. Internal power, it lasted 12-hour play. A. Tuning sensitivity, A. Audio quality, A. Special features, A. Reception, A. Cost, $20, A. So I'm just going to kind of visualize this and say C, a D, a B, a. Well, let's see if we can do some math here. This might be difficult for me. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9 A's, and of course, they're not equally weighted, but let's just do something simple math. So we got 9 times 4. I'm going to call it A of 4. So whatever that is, 36, I hope. 1B, 2 B's. So that's 2 times 3 would be 6. C, that's 1 times 2 is 2. And a D, 1 times 1 is 1. So we got 45 divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I skip that one? 7, 8. I did. So there's 3. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have done this. So this is 9, so there's 3 more. That's 48. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 parameters. I don't know if I can do this in my head. So it's divided by 14 parameters. 3 times that is 12, 32. 4 times that is 16. Nope. So that's 32. That's 3. 32 is 16. Well, I did that wrong. What's 4 times? That can't be a 4. It can't be a 4. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, 36. This is 36. I shouldn't have done this. I'm too old for this. Okay, so that's 12. So that's about 3 point, I had a 0, and about 8, about 3.8. I could be making a mistake, but I'm just thinking an average of 3.7 to 3.8, which is a B plus. Okay, they got a B plus. There we go. B plus. Now, keeping in mind, this is very subjective scoring, and when I scored this, I kept in mind the price, because I'm not attempting to compare this radio with a $100 emergency radio that's got a big battery pack and all this. This is a $20 emergency radio. I'm giving it a B plus. What do you think? Was I too generous? Maybe so. If you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Gosh, my math is terrible. You really get used to using computers and calculators, and especially an old fart like me. I struggled here. I admit I struggled. Harvey gave me a D on my math. Bye-bye.